so we're good to go.
Are you ready to have some fucking fun? Are you ready? Have some fucking fun.
I have always believed the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom. I got it bent all the way over here.
Please make your voice be heard.
I'm leaving society to move out to the country and smoke crystal meth with rednecks.
Maybe you have a differing opinion than us. Maybe we're completely wrong, and you are the one lone person in the world that is right.
That's why you're here tonight. Eventually, me and Dave Jarvis are going to Hollywood.
But guess what? Some of us are actually pretty friendly.
Yeah, but most of us suck.
Fine, upstanding young man. Fine, upstanding young man.
Smoke weed.
Fuck yeah, blow your brains out every Wednesday night. I am Rick E. Warden, and look right up here. I got that on repeat.
It's like, what's so funny?
Yeah, what is so funny?
It's me. I'm Rick E. Warden, and everybody right here, the lovely Ariel of again.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? Come on.
How about that? Thank you for being here tonight. You too can participate in the program in the chat, just like Ariel will here shortly. Is that her already?
That's not even me. Stop it.
That's everybody in the chats. Thank you for being here tonight and blowing up these chats, everybody. We're going to get to you very soon and keep you part of the show. I am Rick E. Warden, and I am introducing to you tonight the mighty and powerful David motherfucking Jarvis.
Woo! Welcome, Brainiacs. This is your weekly dose of bottles and cans. Just clap your hands. If you've ever sat naked on a hotel bedspread, we have a chilling report you won't want to miss. But we have nothing to fear but fear itself, plus the known fact that old lady Hackmore will turn us into a couple of drooling red-eyed zombies if she catches us here. That's right. Some folks age like fine wine. I'm aging like an avocado. So please, remember me as I am, filled with murderous rage. It's an unseasonably warm mid-November evening. Apparently around here, the only acceptable use of a scarf is to wave goodbye to one's lover from the train platform as she returns to her stultifying marriage to that bourgeois pig Tyler. You shall never love her, Tyler, as I have loved her. And here's today's clickbait. Grammy nominations for Best Metal Performance have been announced, and they are Gojira, Judas Priest, Knocked Loose, Metallica, and Spirit Box. If we're being objective here, Gojira should win as it's the best metal performance. But if we're talking about what is the best crafted metal song, I got to give it to Knocked Loose. Spirit Box, decent track, nothing to write home about. Judas Priest, that track is what hair metal sounded like in 1992. Metallica, good song for where Metallica is right now in their career, but this is a song from an album that came out 2 years ago, so it shouldn't even qualify. Plus, if we're being honest, I think I'm Metallica fucking out, all right? Enough. In local news, Hell's Half Acre out of Fort Worth is looking for a singer who has drive, work ethic, and a relentless passion for music. They're looking for someone between the ages of 18 and 25. Heavily inspired by Pantera, Motley Crue, Rob Zombie, Avenged Sevenfold, and many others. So if you are interested in singing for a band like that, please contact the band Hell's Half Acre out of Fort Worth. This Friday, if you are planning on heading into downtown Arlington, just know that you will be met head-on by a seething cauldron of liberal Hollywood elites. Of course, I'm talking about the big Tyson-Paul fight over at Cowboy Stadium. So just a heads up, probably heavy traffic around that time. Don't be the one sane person in an otherwise insane four-way stop. That being said, please welcome to the stage, last of the sane. How you doing, gentlemen?
Woo!
Doing awesome.
Hello.
How are you?
Good evening.
Most excellent. Hell yeah. Last of the
Just
same,
engineering.
alt metalcore out of Dallas. Their brand new music video for the song Glass Case is out now. Please be sure to check it out on YouTube or wherever you check out music videos. Be sure to check it out on YouTube.
Check out those killer graphics. I'm excited about hearing this song tonight. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. How are you? Thanks for having us on.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad
Thanks
you're
for being on. All right.
Yeah.
So let's light up those chats, people. No topic too obscure, no memory too repressed.
Chad Snyder, Chris Craddock there. All right, let's go ahead and catch up on these chats. I know we had Beastly himself, Scott Beatley at Warden.
Well, that last video is newish. I think we did it about a year ago. But, yeah, we did it with David Parada, so pretty proud of it. But
we love Parada. Parada's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's doing big things. So we were lucky to work him in and have him do that for us before, you know, he went off and did some big stuff. So, yeah, we're really proud of it. So check it out.
All right. Well, your supporters are here. They have arrived tonight. We've got Joseph Armenby. How do you say it, last name? Arembides. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Time to get Ariel a 4-string to go power trio. Yeah. Did y'all get a new bass player yet against all odds?
We have not, but we're still looking. We had some good candidates. It's just we're really far for them.
Beastly.
Apparently.
I called and he responded from the wild.
I wish.
Let's see. Out come the Wolves. We're setting up. We'll be hearing from these guys in just a little bit. Hello, Rontello. Thank you for being here tonight. Light it up. Smoke a lot. Kill House, Jared. I got some killer graphics ready for concert calendar. So thank you for being here. Everybody hang around for the concert calendar, which has become a very vital part of Blow Your Brains Out every week. And look at there, everyone in the chats. Last of the Sane.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scott.
Wait. If you're here and you're there, then where am I?
Everywhere.
Everywhere that matters?
Everywhere that matters, which is here.
All right. So
Hey,
just
nice
how far
shirt,
down
Chad.
do you want to go? We can talk it out over a cup of Joe.
I see Chad's rocking out a local band shirt. Vane. Is anybody else wearing a local shirt tonight?
What's up, Chad?
I'm
Love
just
it.
in a plain tee.
Yeah, I just represent the guys of Vane. They've always been really cool to us. Played a few shows with them, and yeah. So I thought, hey, local, got to support local, right?
Damn right.
Always. I'm always walking around with somebody's. Okay, so I have to like sneak buy my friend's shirts at shows because either my husband or my best friend drives me. My best friend doesn't care what I buy, but my husband, on the other hand, is like, dude, you've got to stop buying these concert shirts. I was like, no.
Half the wardrobe. to be honest.
And that's all my wardrobe is. He keeps trying to buy me regular clothes. I'm like, you have to stop buying me regular clothes because they're just not going to get worn, friend. So every time I go out to a local show, I try to buy at least one shirt if I can. If I can afford more, and then I try to buy two. And the last Blow Your Brains Out show, he wasn't there. And so I bought 3 shirts. And I snuck them out of there with our band equipment. And I come home. He's like, what the hell are these? I'm like, oh, you know, band shirts.
Drugs.
Could be worse, right? Like I could come home with like $1 million purse or something like some people do. It's not my thing. I like band shirts, man.
All right,
Hey,
so
Band shirts do make you feel better.
but you said that he tries to buy you clothes.
Yep.
Like what
Right.
kind of shit does he buy you?
Cute stuff that girls wear. So like
How do you know what the fuck? No offense.
my husband loves to shop, guys. He's got a problem.
All right. Well,
All right, man. The circle is complete, y'all. Randy Roy is in the chats. We got Raid in the house.
Oh, yeah.
But I love it.
So
Thanks for representing.
Last of the sane. How do y'all feel about band shirts and spouses trying to keep you from buying them?
They can't.
Don't have a problem with that. She didn't care what I buy. So thankfully that's good.
Yeah.
You know,
Support.
it's kind of like buying shirts off of each other. We're all just kind of like parasiting off each other anyway, right? Because I buy your shirt, you buy my shirt, buy shirt. So
I keep stealing them, so I got to keep buying more, grabbing them, and I don't know where they went.
They really are comfortable shirts, though.
This $20 bill right here has gone through 4 bands.
Yeah, they're our shirts now.
Randy's got his last of the same shirt.
yes.
Say that 10 times fast. Last
Randy's
of the
got
same
his
shirt.
last of the same shirt. Randy's got his last of the same shirt.
7 more times.
They're the 2 we sold.
That's it. That's it. Now,
No, wait. You probably fronted the first. No.
merch is hard. Merch is expensive.
Congratulations, Randy. You're on a list.
Bands are what did I read somewhere? Bands are glorified t-shirt peddlers. But we do it for the music and the t-shirts.
Yeah.
All the t-shirts.
Really, that's why we all do this.
We've played with Last of the Sane at a couple of shows, and y'all kill it. I love watching y'all.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm just gonna we just want to have fun. We just go out, have some beers, have a few, and get up there on stage and play.
You're welcome. Are you not entertained?
It's always a blast.
We did this for you, Ariel. For you.
Renegade.
I mean, honestly, every concert I've ever been to, whether it's local or national act, I'm in my own little world, and I always think you guys are performing solely for me. So it is for me. I mean, I know y'all are doing it for everybody else, but like, I feel it, and I feel like we made a connection on stage, and like I know that y'all show is always for me.
That's right.
Everybody's.
Embrace
every time.
Secret's out.
Every single time. Oh, Roy's wanting the we have a Tom Petty cover that we've done that we kind of meddled out. So
I was guessing Renegade.
We actually did Running Down a Dream.
Running Down a Dream.
Now I've got to hear it.
It's a deep cut. That's on our first album. We did a full-length album, and then right around COVID, so that was perfect timing.
Sure.
Get locked down, listen to music.
Yep.
Have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So, how'd you guys meet?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Chad since I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ryan, who's not with us tonight, our drummer. But I've known all those guys since, early teens. And then some of us have played in other projects and other bands before, previously in like late 90s, early 2000s. And then we sort of just jamming again and came up with Last of the Sane.
They found me on Band Mix, so here I am.
Yeah, the case fit in right. It's hard to jump into. First of all, it's hard enough to jump in a band right away, but then jump in a band with guys that have known each other for 25-something years, that's difficult. But Case got right in there and kicks butt, so we're happy to have him.
One of these things is not like the other one.
Yeah, I've been in almost 6 years now. I'll have been playing with these guys. I linked up with them in February of 19. And the sound was good. I like the tuning, and they were a good mix of. They're hard and heavy, but not too much, and it's a nice fit, right? It's a nice kind of alt metal type. It doesn't get unlistenable. It still has a groove, but it still goes, and it fit right in with what I'm doing and what I like. So we've just been the best friends anyone's ever had since.
We're the 3 best friends that anybody could ever have.
Yep.
Yes. You beat me to it.
Yes, I
Wolfpack.
know. We have a connection.
Have y'all's interests in musical or otherwise changed over the 25 years, or y'all been on a pretty steady stream?
I think we've always kind of tended a little bit towards the heavier metal side, but everybody, it could be kind of the token thing to say, like, everybody in the band brings their influences. But we do kind of have certain things that we all kind of like, and I do think it makes it to where one of the things when we formed the band, we were just kind of like, nothing's really off limits. If we feel like playing something clean and lighter, we're cool with doing that. If we want to play something super heavy and, we don't really, there's nothing really off the table. This is just kind of like trying to be an outlet for us to have, musically, and we're not, really concerned whether we sound modern, whether we sound old, or whether we just sound, and because I hope we kind of just sound how we sound. But, I'm definitely linked towards more of the heavier stuff. I would say our drummer Ryan's more progressive, and that fits kind of with his drumming. I'll let Chris and Case kind of say what they would be mostly influenced by, but all a little bit different.
Yeah, it's really hard to pinpoint. There's just, I think so many of us, probably even in this room, we listen to so much variety of music and genres and styles. And, I think there's the ability to draw influence of different parts of anything and be able to incorporate it into your music.
But y'all sound, somebody said it earlier, it's like heavy, but it's not so aggressively heavy that the common listener couldn't enjoy it. And y'all bring such a great energy to the stage. You can't not watch you guys.
Yeah.
That's my personal kind of leaning towards hardcore punk. To me, it's the moment on stage, and I'm not worried about perfection. I'm worried about the performance in the moment, and other guys in the band might want me to have a little more perfection in the performance, but to me, it's the shared moment. If you want the perfection of my performance, you can listen to the to the recording. Otherwise go to the show and see the energy, and that's to me the beauty of live shows. That's what people miss. It's like the songs are awesome, but to see it to live, and the feeling and the moment, and being able to sing just perform just personally for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you.
It's raw. It's just for me.
Just for you.
Just for me.
Yes.
No, but it's great. I mean, I love albums. Like, I don't think people just buy albums anymore. I love just listening to an album through and through. Now, I might not like all the songs. I might not like any of the songs, but there is such a huge difference. And I enjoy bands that don't sound the exact same like their album or the exact same as their songs. If you can take all that magical you-ness and put it on stage and perform it how you do it, it makes those moments so much better. You feel it in your soul a lot more, I think.
Nice. Well put.
100%. Yeah. I agree.
I don't know.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. I love Kelly Clarkson. I love listening to her CDs, but listening to her live, woo, it's something different. So bands that can do that.
We need to make her fall in love with us. I don't know if she's talking about.
One in the same. Love it.
Well, that's always been like the tough thing about live bands. So it's like, you'll see a band that sounds great on the record, but live they're not so great, like Deftones. Or you'll see a band like Guns N' Roses who are actually not very good live playing wise, but they put on a great show. Because I've seen like Incubus and Weezer, and they sounded just like the album, and they didn't move, and it was boring as shit.
Yeah,
Incubus is a different level. Those guys are, that's just a different level.
I think, though, if we ask anybody that's not a musician, I think I feel like most of them would say, oh, man, I want to listen to a band that sounds the exact same as they're recording. Because I know I've gone with friends to shows before, and they're like, "Oh, well, they don't sound the same." And I go, "Yeah, they sound great. They sound way better because they're not trying to make this perfect sound." And then you have other bands that are super well rehearsed and they're really good, but there's something so raw about just letting it all out.
Like Blue Oyster Cult, man. Yeah, you gotta see Blue Oyster Cult live. God damn, man.
Don't fear the Reaper.
They have a fucking a drum solo that you're just like, God damn, when do the beer lines open up, man? When will they stop? Stop. Hey, I'm just saying, I don't like drum solos. Am I right?
You know,
Sorry, Brett, no drum solo.
You don't miss the John Bonham like 45-minute drum solos. You don't miss those at shows.
I mean, you don't see them, and I'm fucking happy about that. But when you do see them, God damn, is that irritating?
Save them for TikTok, friends. Save them for TikTok.
So one of the things about live performances that really came out to me a few years ago that I realized was when a band is enjoying what they're doing, they're having fun, they are playing, they're tight, that travels across to the audience. And that's something that I personally focus on when we play our songs. Is I'm just there to have a good time, and I want everybody there to have a good time with me, but I'm doing my thing and I'm loving what I do. And if you pick up on that energy, then you can come share it with us. But at the end of the day, that's the key to my performance. And I think these guys in the band, they also feel that as well. Like, it's super important for us to we play the songs, we rehearse them all the time, we know them, we stay tight, and we have a good time playing the songs. And I think that that really does come across when bands perform like that versus when they're trying to get just. I got to get every note right, and I got to get this, and I got to get that, and I got to grimacing, and they're like a little bored, or they're a little, I don't know, and
pain.
And for me, and so for me, that's always been just the focus on live performances. Go have a good time, or else you're wasting your time.
Yeah,
it's fun. We play music, and so if you're not having a good time, I think you've got it wrong, and I think that really does translate back into a live performance.
Yeah, I used to get so caught up on wrong notes. I would just stop singing altogether. I just couldn't push past it. But you're going to hit wrong notes. You're going to sing wrong things. It's totally fine. Nobody knows. As a vocalist, I feel like nobody knows what I'm saying anyways half the time. But
yeah, they don't notice there's a problem until you point it out.
Yep.
Something different.
Yep. Now I just make a face and then I walk away.
That's why I scream lyrics,
Nobody knows.
Raw.
Chad doesn't even have lyrics. I mean,
it's great when you can't remember what you wrote. You can just rah.
Right.
Yeah,
hey, that's our job as vocals.
Like, oh, that's what you're saying. All right.
Yeah.
As vocals, we're allowed to forget our own words, right?
Very profound to say here. Rah.
And the best vocal award goes to.
All vowels and syllables.
I love it when my bandmates are like, "Oh, that's what you say there? Wow, the song's so much more meaningful at this part."
Yeah, man. Yeah. David, David used to sing for Grain, and he was just like blah 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 blah. But then when you listen to it, he's just talking shit about all of his band members.
Dave, we have something in common.
Oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. Next show.
I mean, you gotta disguise it. You gotta put some subtext on there.
Absolutely, yeah.
As long as nobody knows what I say. I'm not gonna lie, there are some moments where I feel like my vocals are terrible. I'm like, oh dear God, I do not want this mic to be turned all the way up, and it's all the way up.
It all depends.
And to be fair, while I may have been singing about my bandmates, they, when I would fall asleep, would draw Nazi signs on my face. So,
Oh, you deserved it then.
What kind of Nazi signs?
The Nazi.
Oh, those pro-socialist the socialist ones.
Chet, your vocals, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I had it right and I wasn't being stupid.
Yes.
Do you do any vocal warm-ups or you just go up there and just own it?
I used to just go up there. Now I try to do some. I wouldn't say I have a particular vocal warm up like procedure, but I might just go to the car and sing a little song and get the voice, something that I know I'm not going to over sing and blow my voice off, but it's kind of easy for me to sing to. Yeah. But I definitely need to, like, it sounds weird, but you got to warm up screams.
Yes.
You just go up there and just by song. And I unfortunately have not learned the art of, like, you don't have to go 100%. You could do 75%. And people no, I'm always, because I'm on stage, because I'm on stage, I'm so amped. I'm just like, and then by song 6 or 7, I'm like, why is it so hard? So yeah, but we've tried to. It's also hard too when you're a vocalist trying to do a mix of like some clean stuff with screaming. If I was just purely screaming, I probably would just go up there pretty fast. But since I try to attempt to sing clean some part.
Yeah. It takes a lot of breath support.
I'm like, okay, I gotta be smart with the voice. Not like I'm 20 anymore. I can just go up there. What's that?
It takes a lot of breath support.
Yeah, and I did a vocal coach for quite a while too, and it's the art of breathing. It's the art of where you sing in the mouth, and then you ruin it by screaming. So it's just kind of funny.
Oftentimes I run around on stage like a crazed maniac, and then I feel like I ran a marathon by the end of it all. And then the very next day I'm trash. Like, don't even come talk to me the very next day, because I will not be existent in this world, because it's not just vocals, drums, guitar, bass, any instrument that you play, you put a lot of your energy in it. And it's not just being awake energy. It's like your soul energy goes into your music. So you're just like dead. You're hyped up, but you're like dead inside, hyped up. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I probably would be worse if I wasn't playing guitar at the same time, because then I would really have a lot of freedom to run around and thrash like an idiot. And I'd probably be extremely sore the next day. But having to play guitar, I have to concentrate and try to do both, and it keeps me from probably going as dumb as I normally would, which I still am dumb and do dumb stuff on stage. But
I can't play and sing at the same time. So
sounds like fun.
Anybody else want to try vocals in your band?
I do some support vocals. Chris does as well. Our drummer's been trying to, but we just keep telling him no. But as of right now, 3 out of 4 of us, we do provide some support vocals. Mine tend to be a little more growly, screamy, and Chris gets a little more harmonic. And we just kind of, whatever to do to support the song. Chad will come to me when he's got song ideas, and he'll say, around this section, I think if you're doing this underneath what I'm doing, it will kind of build that. And so we'll kind of write some things, and then I have to try to remember like 3 words, and that becomes difficult. And
so hard.
I have to go look it up, and
the demands you place on this guy. Here are 3 words.
I know
This is why we give him only 4 strings.
Listen, that one song, that I still don't know it. So,
Case, I love how you described it, growly, screamy. That's what I do all the time. I'm like, yeah, can you do that little growly, screamy thingy there that I want you to do? You know how you do it? It's like really like deep and the and yeah.
Yeah, you gotta just put some rocks in your throat and get mad about it, and see what comes out.
Yeah, I kind of have more of a higher kind of scream, and his is a little low. So they contrast pretty good, and so
that blend is really nice. If you haven't seen these guys live, I say this about all the bands that I see live, but I wouldn't just say it if I didn't mean it, because you guys really do put on a great show. Like I said, really great energy, and
thank you.
The cleans are really clean. Like it's a good dynamics, and I enjoy a band with good dynamics.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Speaking of which, do we have a music video for Last of the Sane lined up and ready to blow?
Well, what I do have lined up is an actual audio file. So if you want to, we can just listen to it right here on the computer via the.
Do it, Doug.
It's a mystery.
Fire away.
What
Oh yeah,
Boom.
some good metal core right there.
I just love when it drops. Like,
Excellent.
do, 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 do. Yeah.
Oh, don't let our drummer
Very
hear that.
excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest appearing with us. We're going to be rocking out Rocks Giving on November 30th at Andy's in Denton. Currently, their video One and the Same is out now. Please welcome Out Come the Wolves. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Hey.
What's
Love
up,
the
guys?
name.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Oh,
How did y'all come up
pleasure
with
is
the
all
name?
ours.
Hey, we love wolves, and it's
And we're out with them.
no
so,
special
you know.
story about Out Come the Wolves. We love wolves. It sounded pretty cool when we wrote it down. I think we had a name with wolves before. It didn't speak right, so we changed it to Out Come the Wolves. It's been a really cool connection with our fans, and they enjoy wearing our shirts, and they do the whole AU thing at all our shows. So it's been really cool to see everybody kind of getting on board and being a wolf fan.
That's adorable. I love it.
yeah, you're just inviting the hound.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't want to hear that was adorable, but it is. So
Hey, wolves,
we're the wolves, and we're not adorable.
All right. Recently, on the 25th of October, y'all played at the Bearded Monk. How did that show go?
It was fun. Different environment. It was an outdoor show for the Day of the Dead. We got to play with the cool band 1183, who we met in the summertime doing an Amazon Prime special with them, and instantly connected with them. They asked us to join their bill, and so we got to meet a lot of people in Denton. We knew we wanted to play Denton pretty soon, so we knew we needed to play something, and so that was just a good opportunity to meet a bunch of new people. And then of course the Andy's show got booked a little bit after we booked that show, and we couldn't pass that up. So we decided to kind of get out there a little bit early, do that Day of the Dead show, and met a lot of cool fans. So that was, it helped us promote the Andy show we're playing over Thanksgiving weekend. It was a lot of fun though. Ben at Bearded Monk is a cool dude. He's the owner, and he loved us a lot, and we got a great relationship. So it's just another partner we've met along this journey.
That's awesome.
That's what it's all about, making connections. Last of the Sane, have y'all made any connections in Denton?
Well, in Denton, we used to play a lot at Killers until
Killers Tacos.
Got killed.
Yeah, so we haven't played in Denton since that went down. So any connections, Denton, throw it our way.
Looks like Andy's is doing shows, and then also Rubber Gloves.
Yeah.
We did that in the summer. That was a one-off thing we did with about 6 or 7 bands. It was for a TV show, so we don't know what's going on with all that footage, but they allowed us to keep some of the B-roll and stuff like that, which was good for our content. In fact, that's where we met the band that's coming on after us tonight, Collide Over Me. They've been some really cool friends of ours. We've been trying to hook up with them. Our dates aren't lining up, but we can't wait to play with them. We know all their friends and family now. So again, one of those connections that, we love partnering with people that are like-minded and, have the same passion as us. If we wanted the money, we'd be a tribute band or a cover band, but we're passionate about the music and not so much the money. Of course, we're not going to say no to money, but we like it. We're hungry, want to write great
no.
songs. And yeah.
I mean, of course you're hungry. You're wolves, so.
Absolutely.
Hey, yo.
Travel packs. Okay, I'm going to make puns all night. I need to stop.
Bring them on.
That's okay. That's why you're here.
Ooh.
Part of the charm.
Puns and fun.
Puns and fun. Mostly puns, though. Zero fun. I'm kidding.
Do you think it's difficult? Do you think it's difficult for a non-Denton band to get into Denton?
No, I think because there's a lot of mid-level national acts that will play Denton. I think it really is just like anything else. You just got to knock on some doors, get that opportunity, and then when you get that opportunity, promote like hell. Bring a lot of free marketing merchandise to give out to people, get them to fall in love with you. And if you write great songs and have a great attitude and do the networking after the show, before the show, you'll get into Denton. And just like Dallas or Fort Worth or Austin, the name of the game is you got to put in the work. So if you're thinking, you know, I want to schedule a Saturday night show and you bring 10 people to the venue, well, you're not going to get asked back. So you got to do all that other work that bands have to do that nobody knows about, right? So you know, most of the people think that we just rehearse and we write songs and we go on stage and we have a lot of fun. And of course, we do have a lot of fun with that. And it's a lot of hard work, and we're gym rats when it comes to practicing and writing. But there's a lot of work behind the scenes that people just don't know about. You know, doing these things, connecting with people on Facebook, Instagram, going to meet venues, meeting promoters, you know, going out and knocking on doors. That's, you know, and there's very little reward when it comes to being an original band, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I know Ryan wouldn't.
It's funny you say that because I've literally considered taking flyers to concerts that I go to and just passing them out to everybody, just spamming the shit out of everyone. And I'm not talking just local bands. I'm talking about going to like the bigger shows that come into town when you go like to Jexa and stuff. And I go, I wonder if I'll get kicked out though, or I'm going to get kicked out. But I'll spam people
on the
and wear
way
my
out.
shirts, everything.
The way you do it's on the way out. You can't really pass out a whole lot inside. I mean, you can, but you know, if you're on the outside on the way out when the show's over, that's when you catch people. If you're
Low key, the Breaking Benjamin concert that I went to, we were out on the lawn and I had some promotional Against All Odds stickers with our QR code on it. And I was handing them out to people. I was like, hi, my name is Ariel. I'm in a band. This is a sticker. And they're like, oh, you're in a band? I'm like, yeah, check it out. And no joke, they listen to the stuff. They go, wow, you're actually really good. We might come to a show sometime. And go, bet you won't, but I hope so.
But Ryan had a great idea. The Day of the Dead show, he did that old school thing. He did stuff that we did in the early 2000s. He printed out flyers, put them into cards. We bought a bunch of Out Come the Wolves beer koozies, stuffed them in beer koozies. Then we had our nephew / roadie / sixth member of the band go out and pass those koozies with flyers and say, hey, he gave them out and he said, follow us, follow us, follow us, follow us. And, you know, we got a show coming up in Denton or back in Andy's in a month. And, you know, don't know if it'll work, but they got beer koozies and they had said Out Come the Wolves on it. So,
dude, you got to do what you got to do. I have a QR code up on my clinic. People are like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, it's cool if you come out to a show. Just post everywhere you can. That's great. I love it. Just spam them.
We have little cards that have a QR code on it that has all of our, you know,
things.
And I just hand them out to random people. Like, you know, be like, hey, check it out. I hear you listen to metal here. Like this, we're local and we play shows. Come out, you know.
I love it. My biggest advocate is my husband. We'll sit there at a restaurant and I don't like making new friends. This is me being extroverted, but I don't have to like touch or be near you guys. I love OutlawVille though. But my husband, he loves meeting new people. I'm like, please, dear God, stop talking. Stop talking. Hi, I'm Ariel. Nice to meet you too. And he's like, oh, she's in a band. You should follow her. He tells them everything. Like, here's her merch. You should buy her merch. And then she's got shows, she's got upcoming shows. So good Lord. And every time I tell him about a local band, he's like, and he likes them. He's like, hey, have you heard this local band? It's really funny.
That's what Ryan does.
Oh, Ryan, good man.
Yeah, you got to just go out there and shake some hands. I mean, you know, like you said, go old school guerrilla marketing, put flyers under windshield wipers, whatever you got to do, you know. I mean, get your name out there, get them to see it, and who knows what can happen.
I will hand stuff out. I don't want to shake your hand. I'm kidding. I'll shake y'all's hands. People
Most
have
always
germs.
bands are the best support systems anyway. We're the ones,
Well, that's one thing we've done is we've tried to, you know, when we played bills in the past, if we found a band that was very similar to us or kind of like-minded and kind of had a similar sound, we definitely kept up with them. And heck, part of the bill for Andy's is Thank You for Driving. We met them at Adair's in April, and they're a great band. So we've kept up with them and said, hey, when the stars align, you know, we want to call you, and they, you know, vice versa. So it's kind of how it has to work. Divide and conquer, basically.
Yeah, Iron Maiden does a good job at that. Our buddy Eddie Lee, he like wears everybody's shirts on stage. I know a few bands out there, like if you wear a local band shirt, you'll get $1 off of your admission or whatever. I mean, there's now that we're becoming
I'm pretty
more
sure
and
he's
more
wearing my underwear.
locally. Yeah, we're becoming more interconnected as a local community of musicians, and it's becoming more of a prominent thing, I feel like. So everyone's doing a fantastic job of promoting other people's bands. Good job.
Fuck yeah.
Y'all are great.
It's like a rash.
Oh,
Just keep scratching that itch. Well, I was going to say, as far as handing out flyers for shows, if you're going to hand out flyers at a local venue, make sure the show is also at that local venue. Because if you're passing out flyers to a different venue, they're going to remember that shit.
Yeah, you don't go to venues, but you can go to big, like you can go to Jexa or whatever it's called today, Smirnoff's. You can go to a big show in the parking lot on the way out, but don't go to another venue. Yeah.
So if I go to American Airlines Center, I'm okay?
After the show while people are letting out. I mean, that's how I used to do it. I don't know how people do it as much anymore, but I would certainly be trying my best to do the same shit I've always done if I had a band to promote and the ability to do it.
Yeah.
You know, time.
See, what you need to do is get a bunch of those little hand flyers with a picture of Jake Paul's face getting crushed by a fist, and then pass them out at the fight on Friday.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. It really is, especially if you have a show near Arlington, but even if you have a show in Dallas. But okay, is the fight Friday or Saturday, Dave Jarvis?
Saturday.
As far as I know, it's Saturday? Oh, I was
it's Friday. Is it the 15th?
Yeah, I was going to.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So.
Well, see, that'd be perfect. If you had a show Saturday, you are correct. That would be creative guerrilla marketing at its finest.
Yeah, because there's going to be celebrities, all right? It's a Mike Tyson fight. You know there's going to be celebrities and animals that used to be alive hanging around posh women's kerchiefs. So make that money, boo-boo.
Go Arlington.
Oh,
Who's from Arlington?
Not I.
That would be me. I am the proud Arlingtonite here, even though I moved to Mansfield and then to Alvarado.
I'm an Arlingtonite.
But I was born at Arlington Memorial Hospital, God damn it. Grew up in Arlington, knew Daryl Abbott very well, was, I'm a year older than Dime, so kind of grew up with Pantera projects in the jungle and I Am the Night and all that. So yeah, proud to be from Arlington.
Good deal.
Scott says just come to Halton Theater on Friday.
In the chats?
Yeah, sorry. I interrupted Dave. I'm sorry, Davey.
Oh. Hey, I have a flyer put together for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your question again.
All right.
That's a question.
No. So, what did we have for dinner tonight?
Well, we had barbecue because.
You want me to show you?
No. I don't know what direction this is going. Okay, I heard barbecue. The normal person that said barbecue, please raise your hand and keep speaking.
It was a wolf. Of course it was barbecue.
Me.
I also had barbecue separately.
Separately. We didn't eat it together. I mean, we travel in packs, but we don't eat in packs.
It'd be great if y'all had that Lady and the Tramp moment where y'all just met in the middle of a steak. Just y'all's eyes connected just for a second. You knew the love was there.
Is that breaking news?
I don't know. It's not like
It should be. Holy shit. That's genius.
Thank you. That's my brand new sound effect for Dave Jarvis, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just turned up a little louder than what I intended it to be.
How many members do you have in your band?
5 now.
5. Okay.
We just added a keyboard player recently, so
okay.
Just your standard 2 guitars, bass, drums, and now we have keys as well.
I'm just curious, how does everybody keep up with more than 4 people in their band. That's a lot. I'm sorry, that's a lot of schedules. A lot of lives.
It's tough. Obviously, we have a pretty dedicated rehearsal and writing schedule. So we typically have the same days every week, Mondays and Thursdays. So that's a pretty much written in stone unless somebody has to do something else. Family matters. Everybody's got a family and everybody's got jobs. So we always say family work comes first, band comes distant third. But we're pretty consistent with it. As far as keeping up with schedules, we have a calendar. We have a group chat. Of course, we have email, stuff like that. But we pretty much know everybody's travel schedules way in advance so that we can, keep up with our gigs and know what to schedule around. So the hardest part is not keeping up with each other. The hardest part is being cohesive when writing new music. So that can be, that's the challenging part. 5 egos, 5 different ideas. And, but somehow we make it work. This band is relatively new. It's about a year old. And with keys being added 2 months ago, he's just adding a lot of textures, fits in perfectly with the band. Because we have a lot of, our music is very, it's got a lot of layers when it comes to guitar.
Yeah.
So One and the Same, which I don't know if you guys have heard yet, it has 65 guitar tracks, and somehow we had to mix all that in. And so we needed keys to try to bring something to fill all that space that we weren't able to do with 2 guitars on stage. So I know you guys mentioned earlier about trying to sound live like you do on your recordings, and we know it's impossible, but we try to get close. Try to keep the spirit of the song intact. So 5 guys in a band, the hardest thing about 5 guys in a band is having a small rehearsal space. To be honest. So we're looking for more square footage at the moment. Dwayne, do you hear this? We need more square footage.
It's funny you said that. So we entertained the idea of looking for a rehearsal space that wasn't my garage to accommodate another bandmate that lived really far away. And there was a very small room. And I go, guys, we're seriously about to go from a free space that's like 3 times the size to this. And they're like, yeah, Ariel, you don't take up much space. It'll be fine. I'm like, oh, I don't take up much space. Like, I'm just going to sit on top of a speaker or on top of drums or something the entire time. There's no flipping way. There's no flipping way.
We were at my house, until somebody called the cops on us. So,
Hey, is Hank still on?
It's not rock and roll until somebody calls
the cops. Yeah. Our very first gig we were rehearsing for, we needed to rehearse 3 more songs. Somebody called the cops on us on a Saturday at 2:00 in the afternoon with surrounding birthday parties with bounce houses and noises going on. But somehow we got the noise complaint. Yep.
Because you were invoking the spirit of Satan?
Yeah, probably. But we weren't. We're not Satanists. At least I'm not. I don't know about the other members.
We were rehearsing
for the rest of them.
A couple of years. We were rehearsing at Chad's house for a couple of years, and the cutoff time was 11 p.m. As long as we were done by that, there was no problem.
Yeah.
And then one time we went about, I don't know, 1 more song, maybe 1.5 songs, 11:05, 11:10, bam, cops got called. Had to shut it down. Had to go get rent a spot up in Plano at the jam station, and I've been there ever since.
It's interesting to hear about the different ordinances, because I'm out here in Forney, and there's no noise ordinance, so people can just play music all day long. But if you get it could be a whisper out in your backyard, and somebody can report you for it, kind of thing. It doesn't matter if it's a decibel or a hour thing. Because we've had people 2 doors down have a party until 5 a.m. in the morning, and they had the cops called on them like 10 different times by their next door neighbors, and nothing. They just telling them to turn it down, but no warning or no like ticket, no nothing.
Yeah, I knew ahead of time because I looked it up. I'm like, what's the latest we can do? And I saw where I live in McKinney that it was like 11 p.m. So I was always like to the guys, I'm like, we got it shut down at 11. And we shut down, I think, pretty close at 11. But at 11:05, there was a cop at our door. And I was like this. And so the cops over there and like, I got a noise complaint. I'm like, yes, but do you hear any noise now? They're like, no. And I'm like, I know the sound is at the ordinance 11. We stopped at 11. And the cop was like, okay, and walked away. But at that time, I'm like, oh, great, the neighbors are ticked off. It's going to be it's going to be a hassle. So at that point, I'm like, I think we wore out our welcome. They got tired of our steaming hot metal Friday evenings. So
that's their only excitement, is to be able to call the cops. You realize that's their only drama for the night. I mean,
I knew who it was. I'm good with the other neighbors, but those neighbors are gone now. We probably, I don't know. I'm not going to test it, but
I'm going to post this and tag them in
I gave them the evil eye every time I took the trash out.
I know you. I see you. Yeah, like ours.
Shooting on duty.
The police officer actually crawled underneath the garage because I had it like half down. Crawled underneath the garage, scared the fucking shit out of me.
That's bullshit.
And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, I'm sorry, dude.
I can't do that.
What's going on? He's like, I figured you guys couldn't hear me knock on the door, so I thought it was safe enough to come underneath here. And I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take a look around, see what else you're doing.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Breaking in her, like,
and he goes,
just invite myself in.
Yeah. He seems so beaten because he goes, guys, I'm sorry. I realize it's 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon and there's parties going all around, but you're going to need to stop. And I was like, okay, sir, we literally have 3 more songs. We're going to get through those. Please don't come back for like 15 minutes. And he didn't. He was like, as long as you're done. And I was like,
y'all should have just invited him to join the band and he probably would have left you alone.
Right. Oh, man, he was so cool, though. He was genuinely upset because he goes, y'all sound really good.
Give him a microphone.
I'm
sorry.
like,
come on.
Days X is over here spitting.
Oh, that's a violation of your 4th Amendment. Oh.
Fuck that cop.
Brett was not a part of the band.
I'm ready to go make a song.
I feel like that amendment went out the window with the Patriot Act, but what do I know?
Oh, no.
Long before that.
No.
It was only available with money in the first place. You can buy that right.
Chad, I'm going to find your old neighbors on Facebook, and I'm going to post this video on there and be like, we know who you are.
Yeah.
All my other neighbors are great. I had a neighbor that, like, they bought the house, and, you know, they're like, oh, it's a nice, quiet neighborhood. And then they moved in on Friday, and that night we had a practice. And he was like, no wonder they never showed us the house in the evening. but he was totally cool. He's like, you know, I love it. I love what you guys are doing. And, you know,
want a beer?
Yeah. And he was like, you guys actually sound good. If you sounded bad, it would be annoying, but you guys sound awesome. So
we would call more frequently. I actually have, so I'll post it on our page, our community page. I'm like, hey, we're gonna have band practice. Please don't call the cops. It's like a running joke now in the community. But I have people, they'll come over, they'll walk over, they'll bring their kids, and they like pop out lawn chairs and just listen to us and just hang out with us. They're like, oh, thanks for hanging out. And I'll go out and I'll like dance around with the kids, and then they'll leave after a song after we practice. I mean, it's really chill. It's just that one occurrence. Some people are just assholes.
So,
all right, y'all ready to hear some music?
No.
You're fucking right, I am.
Boys. Always.
it's us.
This is One and the Same by Out Come the Wolves. Thanks for sharing, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You be the star, and I'll be the night. Whenever you're wrong, I'll be your right. You call me your king, and you are my queen. Whenever you're lost, I'll be your light. You come to talk when I'm coming down. You find your feet and I'll find the ground. So don't kill the dream or we'll disappear. Whenever you're gone, I'll be around.
Otto.
Okay, watch him.
No hands.
Maybe the greatest comment I've ever heard.
We're on our way back home. 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 Because we're one in the same. The walls come crashing down. We're one in the same. One in the same. One in the same. One in the same. We're one in the same. One in the same. One in the same. One in the same, one in the same, one in the same, one in the same, one in the same.
Groovy.
Very nice.
I really
Yeah,
like
great
that.
jam, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think y'all have a problem getting gigs. I don't think.
Not if you got more of that.
We do.
We got a few.
We're going to shoot another video December 14th after the Andy show. We'll release that single, our next single, probably end of January. Release the full EP, maybe March, and then we'll go in the studio and record another EP. March, April, May. Start working on that and see what 2025 has for us. So please share and spread the word and let us know if we can do anything for you guys, and we'll be happy to partner up.
Yeah, for sure. Out come the Wolves 2025. Blow your brains out every Wednesday night. You guys come on back anytime.
Oh, thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks for coming on.
We promote shows. We do a weekly concert calendar every week, and then I take that and cut it and share it separately. So if you just want to watch the concert calendar, it's available. So definitely the best way to make sure that we show your flyers here on the concert calendar is to go to our group page. We have a group page on Facebook and post your flyers there, and I'll get them off of that. But you have my email. You're certainly welcome to always email me your flyers, and I'll put them on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. And for all of our brainiacs out there in the DFW area, please, we run on money donated by viewers like you. We are the PBS of local music, and this is all made possible through generous donations from everybody out there. So if y'all are able to, $1 goes a long way.
That's for real. We don't get any money here anymore, but I mean, I shouldn't say anymore. We never got money here, but it's okay.
I was about to say, I haven't gotten a goddamn time for this show.
Well, either way, we've come a long way. I'm humbled and proud to be, to see, let me just put it that way, to see what's happening in the music scene in Dallas-Fort Worth. I fucking love it and love being my tiny little part of it. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of Blow Your Brains Out. And if you can squeeze a deuce, please do. Yes. One of the other things you can do is just like and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps a bunch. Share the videos on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. We'll share yours, that's for sure.
That's right. And check us out on YouTube, OutlawVideoTV. Become a subscriber. While you're at it, become a subscriber for Against All Odds as well as Existential. We always appreciate the love. And we love entertaining you, beautiful people, every Wednesday night.
The links are in the video below to all the bands.
I just want to point out, I have a link tree for Blow Your Brains Out. I'm trying to update it all the time. And then we have a Spotify playlist that I've created that any band that has played on this podcast, I'm adding you to that playlist one song at a time. Dope.
Yes. So if y'all have been on this show and you know Ariel, please remind her in case y'all have not been added to the playlist, because that playlist is extensive and really spans the amazing spectrum of this wonderful North Texas scene that we got. Boom. Speaking of someone that has seen the cross section of just about all of that, welcome to the show, Brian Torch Adele.
Thank you for having me yet again.
Yes, this time it's a special show because before you were just on Facebook Live, and tonight you're on Facebook Live and YouTube. So
hell yes,
you got at least 2 more people seeing you this time.
All 2 more is all I can ask for.
Boom.
Boom.
Well, man, I got to say, Torch has been blowing up, and also your protege, Silly Goose, has also been blowing up, man. How is business?
Business is business. You know how the fuck that goes.
I could have put money on that's what you were going to say.
You win some, you lose.
Business. I'm generic.
Yeah, I detected a hint of spite in that response. Is there something on your mind, Brian?
Yeah, Ariel needs to shut up and finish the whiskey. That's what's on my mind.
Okay. Facts.
Business came now.
We're all friends here.
Exactly. Business could be better, but it could be worse, and I'm happy to be in business.
All right. We'll stay off business. What did you have for dinner?
I had hibachi.
What?
I know.
From an air fryer.
I had hibachi shrimp with scallops. Excuse me, hibachi steak with scallops, and then like 2 pieces of shrimp as an appetizer.
Do they use that butterfly?
Yeah, that's tomorrow night right there.
Well, I have not been able to get straight answer out of my brother. So I was wondering, how was the Screw Pilot show?
It was pretty fucking good, honestly. Everybody kicked ass. Screw Pilot was great. Dank was dank. Fuck Bill for getting me extra drunk. So, you know.
Did they play Only Pussies Call the Cops?
I don't know, but they play Fuck All Y'all. That's all that matters to me.
Oh, okay. That's my
There you
favorite.
go.
I bet you they did, though.
Yeah, so that night was Screw Pilot, 3/4 Ton, Verminosis, Dank, and I want to say Benson.
Verminosis had to drop out, unfortunately. But Benson was there.
You also had a Nowhere Jets show this weekend.
Last week. That was last weekend.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Steve.
The Metal Murph.
Steve.
will be on the show in a couple of weeks, y'all. Check back. Thanks for the setup.
You'll be on here along with the new band from Tina Grace, formerly of Deaf Angel. It's called Still Echoes. And we will also have the podcaster Ann House, who runs Open Mic with Ann House, a podcast not unlike ours, showcasing the beautiful arts and entertainment of the greater DFW area.
Yep.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy.
Holla.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, what's going on? Everybody's all silent and.
We're ready for the concert calendar. We're waiting for the thingies.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for that too. Here we go. All right, get some asses out and have some fucking fun in Denton this week with Out Come the Wolves and that smooth voice that you just heard earlier tonight.
Oh, and they're playing with Thank You for Driving.